Hello, and welcome to CoreScanner. In this video, we will introduce CoreScanner and briefly review the progressive levels that make up the language program. So what is CoreScanner? CoreScanner is a progressive vocabulary program specifically designed for individuals with physical disabilities who best access augmentative communication technology, or AAC, through the use of a switch. So, CoreScanner does not simply use an existing AAC language program and provide access for those using a switch. Rather, it was designed from the ground up to meet the unique needs of these children and adults. CoreScanner was tested extensively with the individuals who needed it, and this informed and continues to inform its development. So, in a nutshell, in CoreScanner, each word is spoken through a unique sequence of switch activations. At the beginning, this is a simple, single switch activation. Additional switch activations allow vocabulary to grow, but the words always occur in the same order. In time, this consistency leads to automaticity. The switch activations occur without thought, and it is this automaticity that leads to spontaneous, novel communication. So what does that mean? Well, let's have a quick look at these levels. I'm going to focus on these first three levels, just more, cornerstones, and pre-pathway, to offer a demonstration of what we just mentioned a moment ago. And then we'll get into the rest of these levels. But in total, there are 7 levels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It begins with just one word, just more. And you'll see on the intro screen in CoreScanner, the list of core words are shown as far as the total number. 1 core word, 8 core words, cornerstones, 23 core words, and then we make our way all the way up to blast, which is the top level where we have thousands of words. But let's focus on these first 3 levels here, starting with just more, where it's just this single word. A single word more, designed for the new scanner who is just learning to access his or her switch. A single activation of a switch results in the word. So we activate our switch, and we hear the word more. We speak the word more. I'll show you what I mean by a switch in just a moment, because at the next level, keep your eyes focused on this blue box where the word more is. It's going to stay in the same place, and then we add 7 more words, and this is what cornerstones looks like. A series of 8 core words that occur early in language development, and this is a simple linear scan. I'll show you what that means in just a moment as well. And then the next level up from cornerstones is called pre-pathway. And that's where the pictures and the words come to their final size. It's the final level of CoreScanner has an 84 location grid, and these are the size, and this is the size of those 84 locations. And you'll see in the corners the words more, stop, go, and hello, mine, play, on, and turn. Those 8 words from cornerstones, these 8 words, have made their way into the upper left corner of these blocks. So let's give a quick demonstration of of how this works. So basically what we have is we have a linear scan in cornerstones, which is going to move to what's called a block linear scan in pre-pathway. And this is going to demonstrate kind of the overall concept or the progressive nature of CoreScanner. All right, so we're going to have this little boy Zephyr, and he's going to have a switch on one side. His best axis is moving his head back and forth. So he's going to move his head to activate a switch. You can see here this little switch by his cheek, and then there's another switch that he's going to use by moving his head the other way. Let's imagine that it's positioned up here by his right temple. So he's going to move his head left, and then he's going to move his head right to activate these 2 switches. And so for the purposes of this demonstration, let's imagine, let me just check myself, yes, let's imagine that the green switch is the one he's going to activate to move through his choices, and the yellow switch is the one he's going to activate to say his choice or to say his word. So he's going to move his head to the left to activate his green switch, then he's going to move his head to the right to activate the yellow switch. So let's say we're learning that Zephyr's learning to say the word go. We're going to he's going to move his head to activate his green switch, and then his orange, and then his green switch again, and his green switch again, and now he's at the word go. He's going to move his head the other way and activate his yellow switch to say the word go. So it was, let me do that one more time. I'm going to back up. Here we go. Green, 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 yellow. At the pre-pathway level, watch how this works. Green, 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 yellow, and then we add one more movement or one more activation on the yellow, and we'll say the word go. And this is how it works in CoreScanner, where we add switch activations on to the end of previously learned sequences of switch activations in order to increase vocabulary, say more words without changing any of the motor planning, any of the learning that's gone into speaking those words. And that's kind of how the concept works across the board. Okay, so let's get into this program a little bit. Here we are back in CoreScanner. So we just went through the just more level, cornerstones, pre-pathway. Let's have a look at pathway. So I'm going to click on pathway, go into my settings and load my 2 switch steps settings, just like we're still working with Zephyr here. And the way this works now, if I make my way over to the word go, and you'll hear the auditory prompts. In CoreScanner, all of the auditory prompts are pre-programmed, and all of the auditory prompts are just a single word.
Stop. Go. Go.
So far this should look familiar, except this time at the pathway level, when I select the word go, instead of speaking it right away, again, I add one more switch hit. If I want to say the word go, I could add one more switch hit. Imagine that this is one more activation with the yellow switch, or because I've moved up a level, I get to now start saying some customized nouns or some customized vocabulary, in this case, my places. And anytime I activate what's called a My category, we're going to get a row of blank keys that are designed to be customized. So I'm going to say Bill's house. Let's have a look at the TV down here. I'm going to scan down to get to the word watch.
More. Stop. Go. Hello. Mine. Play. Play. Watch. Watch. My TV. Disney Junior. Disney Junior.
And that's how the scanning works. Okay, let's go back to our intro page and have a look at the next level up. And CoreScanner is designed to have fairly small steps in between the levels where we're adding usually an extra switch hit to access a bit more vocabulary. So we're going to jump now from pathway to pre-jam, and you'll see what the difference is. Let's stick with the same word go here.
More. Stop. Go. Go.
And I'm going to activate this word go.
Go.
And now instead of just go and my places at the pre-jam level, we get the entire word family. This is what's called a word family. CoreScanner works in word families where the initial icons lead to more icons with words that are related. So in this case, this is the go word family. So we have go in my places. We have the word long, that's an adjective. We can go outside, inside, we can hurry. We have the noun place. And so this is what pre-jam looks like. So I'm just going to say the word go, and let's go back down to the word watch and have a look at what the full word family looks like for the word watch. So instead of just watch and my TV, like we had at the previous level in pathway, here in pre-jam, we have more words. We can watch the same thing or a different thing, and we will watch it happen, and we can sit and watch TV. We have this word family all related to that picture of the TV and the word watch.
My TV. Same.
All right, so let's have a quick look at the next 2 levels. If I go into jam, the only difference between pre-jam and jam is that we now have the full 84 location grid. So just for demonstration purposes, I'll go back into that word go, and you'll see that the word family is the same as it was in the pre-jam level.
My places. Long, long.
Okay, and finally, in BLAST, the difference between jam and BLAST, and basically the way that we get to thousands of words is now,
More. Stop.
I'll give you the example in the word go again. In this word family, if I say the word go, I can now say the different forms of the word go. Go, goes,
going, went,
and there's went. So we get now to thousands of words through those word forms, and also things like category pages where we have an entire page of places, and these blocks fill in, and we get into pronouns and pronoun phrases and pronoun questions. That's thousands of words. That's the top level of CoreScanner, called BLAST. And as you saw in the beginning, we started with just one word, the word more. Thank you for watching this video about CoreScanner, the levels.